Okay. So, so this is like a very simple question, simple to explain, and I actually gave it to fourth standard and fifth standard students also. But even then, it will still be an interesting question for us. So, yeah. So the question is this: you have to divide the square into four identical parts, but you have to do it in many different ways. So you can maybe draw it on a piece of paper, and then you can like send the photo, or you can also like draw it on your computer and you can share your screen. So now the question is very simple. You have a square, you have to divide into four identical parts, but we will have to do it in many different ways. So how many different ways can we do it? That is the challenge for us.
When you say identical, it means same area.
Yes.
Or
same area, same shape.
Same shape. Okay.
Yes, all the four pieces should be congruent.
Okay. Okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one is vertical and horizontal. Then yeah. The interesting one is the last one, which is in L shape.
Okay.
Are 2 and 4 different, Ashwin?
Yeah. So yeah, we will discuss that now. Okay. When I ask this question, the most obvious answers that I get will be this. So one is dividing the square like this. Okay, I'm not doing it very accurately, but you get the idea. So you can divide the square into four horizontal strips, or you can divide it into four vertical strips. And then the other common answer is this. You can divide it into four smaller squares. So this is another solution. And you also have this diagonal solution. So these are like the most common answers that we can get. So these four solutions will get without much difficulty. But then apart from that, like Gauri ma'am showed us, you can also have this kind of a solution. Let me just draw it. Okay, so I haven't drawn very accurately, but you can see that you can divide it into four pieces like this. So this is another way of dividing the square. Now, whenever students give me this answer, I will make one more observation. So now these are all different ways of dividing the square, but we will look at the pieces that we get. So here, in 1 and 2, the pieces that we get are the same. But here you get a different square, here you get a triangle, and here you get a different shape. So now, instead of counting the way we draw the lines in the square, let us try to count the pieces that we get. So now, can we draw the squares in different ways where we get different pieces? So the challenge is now for us to get a few more different ways of dividing the square into four identical parts. So yeah, what are the other ways that we can do? What other ways can we still divide the square into four identical parts?
Ashwin, I've put something on the Padlet. I've gone preschool and made a very colorful drawing. Check it out.
Yeah, I can see that. It's nice.
Is that a acceptable answer? Because Not
No, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, right? It's not,
no.
they are contiguous.
That one edge is contiguous. So my contention is it's a valid shape.
Okay. Okay, yeah. In that way, yes, I will accept this answer also.
Okay, but there is something better you're saying.
Yeah. Can you find another way also?
Okay, sure.
It's a very interesting solution. Actually, maybe you can share it with others also.
Yes.
You have to divide the square into first 8 parts. Very clever method.
Okay. So I hope everyone can see. So this is the solution that Gauri ma'am has given. She has got 8 triangles.
But this is 8, right?
Yes. So her argument is this consists of one piece of this kind. So yeah,
One
she's
piece of what?
considering a piece like this.
இந்த மாதிரி பீஸ் இது ஒண்ணு இது ஒண்ணு ரெண்டு மூணு நாலு
Means that all triangles are congruent here.
two right triangles. Two right triangles.
Interesting.
Good. Smart.
Okay, we have some. I don't know if it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible. Okay, wait. Let me just copy it down and I'll
Sure.
let everyone also.
2, 3.
Wow, very clever. Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Not clear, sir. Not clear.
It's not clear.
One
Yeah.
second, I will draw it again and show you.
Say one after another.
Yeah, he's going to draw it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, maybe one after.
Number 1.
Ramya, I want to see the solutions at the bottom. So can you just show it a little bit up? Yeah, fine. Got it.
Okay.
So I will share my screen and I'll show you the answer.
And there's just one more.
Wow, very clever. Very clever.
This with a curve, actually. I mean,
Oh,
a symmetric.
It is not one solution, it's an algorithm to generate solutions.
Yes, basically it's a mirror image formula.
correct, right? Ashwin, we have never thought on these lines, right? We have been asking this question for with several people.
This is nothing but a reflection of a graph. You draw one
just
line of
mirror on an axis.
you draw one symmetry and then you reflect. You draw a graph on one and reflect it on the other. Then you get it.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I hope everyone can see my screen. So I am sharing some of the solutions. So yeah, these are the solutions that she just showed us. Yeah, so these are the solutions which Ramya has given us. I will just have a look at the solution Jagdish sir also sent us.
So how many solutions do you have in total? How many solutions can we have in total?
Right. So this will be the solution which divides into 2 parts. So for 4 parts, I think we will be able to draw something like this.
One more, yeah, like that.
This one, actually, the last one which you have drawn, no? Are they identical? 4 identical parts?
Okay, I have not drawn it neatly, but
You think so?
yes.
Okay. So if you have one curve dividing the square into 2 equal parts and have another curve from the opposite vertices, then you will get 4 identical parts. Is that a claim?
Yes.
Okay, wait, let me check.
Yeah, so I just want to make this observation on the solutions that Ramya has given. So as you can see, so now it is not the single solution, but the whole class of solutions. The whole class of solutions is like this. Our method is we will draw this square. We will then divide it into 2 halves. And now it's a question of dividing the rectangle into 2 halves.
Exactly.
So you can divide the rectangle into 2 halves in many ways. So the simpler thing is to divide into 2 triangles like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, or you can divide this rectangle into two smaller rectangles, which is what we have done here. And you can divide this rectangle like this, which is what you have done here. But apart from that, you can also divide in any other way. So one way will be like this, which is this solution. So now if you see that here you are dividing the two rectangles in the same way, but you can arrange these two pieces in a symmetric way also. So instead of dividing like this, you can divide like this also.
Yeah, so as sir mentioned, the mirror image.
Yes.
We have mirror image. I mean, we can use this property of mirror image to generate many solutions for this kind of problems.
Yeah.
Nice idea.
So another observation that I will make is, so here you are starting at some point. Here you are starting at a symmetrical point here. So this fraction can be 1/4 and this fraction can be 1/4. But there is nothing special about 1/4. It could be any point.
Any point. Yeah.
You could also take 1/7 here and 1/7 here, or some tiny point, and get that similar point here. So these two parts will also be identical.
Yeah.
And instead of straight lines, if you have to use a curve,
Yes.
then
So,
how should a curve be drawn? I think if it is a curve, then we can't choose these points randomly, no? The points on the sides.
So parabola comes to sir in the graph. If you draw the axis, that is, so if you take it as square root of anything, it will plus or minus it become plotted. Definitely it is like that.
yeah.
Take it as curve like that.
So one graph will be the graph something similar to x cube. That graph will look like this.
Yeah, this way. Yeah.
So we can take that graph, or we can take something similar like that also. So if we look at this solution, okay, let me number the solution so that it will be easy for us to identify. So if you look at the solution 5 and 11, you can see that they are kind of similar. Yeah, if you look at the solutions 5 and 11, you can see that they are using a similar property. You are trying to divide the square and you are doing it in a rotational symmetric way. So if we take a solution like 10, it is also symmetric. If you take the solution of 9, that is also symmetric. But here it's like in 9, the halves are reflection. But in 10, or for example 8, the halves are same. So here you can see that you are dividing the square into two rectangles, and you are dividing both the rectangles in the same way. Here also, for example, you can see that the different parts of the rectangle, that is the two triangles that you are making, they are also symmetric. But in 5 and 11, you are having rotational symmetry. So within this question itself, as Jagdish sir mentioned, you have a question of fraction coming up. So now these are all different ways to represent the fraction 1/4. And also from this question, you are able to introduce the idea of symmetry. So now you have different solutions, and all of these solutions are symmetric in some way.
Yes.
So now,
Fraction is symmetrical.
yeah, yes, sir, go ahead.
Fraction is always symmetric only then.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ashwin, still I'm having this 11 figure 11 now. Whether that is a solution or not, still I'm not completely convinced. You stop sharing your screen.
Okay. Okay, so it is not obvious that the solutions are identical. Okay, now we will try to see how to do it. Okay, if for children, my way of answering this would be to ask them to take the square, cut it out, and cut all these 4 pieces and see if they are congruent.
Right.
But even
we can do it pictorially or mentally. We can do it. It is clear that at least the area is same.
Yeah, what I will do is I will rotate 90 degrees.
Okay.
All the paths are same. And this itself. Okay, so I have left 2 dots to show which side I have rotated. Now you can see if all the rotations are giving the same identical path.
Yeah, they are giving.
Okay, so now my question will be that have we found all the solutions, or at least all the different classes of solutions? So you can see that you got different solutions, but do you think we have found all the solutions? Have we exhausted all possibilities, or there might still be some different ways to divide the squares?
I guess number of solutions would be infinite, but classes of solutions there would be a finite number of classes of solutions. Have we covered all? I don't know.
So the classes of solutions, that is actually arbitrary. It is just that we are defining all of these to be in one particular class. So like
Right.
one method that we have got is we have got this method of dividing the square into 2 rectangles and dividing the rectangles further to 2 ways. So that is like one strategy.
Right.
So can there be some other strategy also? So for example, I would consider 5 and 11 to be another strategy. That is, you are trying to get some curve from one side to a center. You just draw the same curve in a rotational, in a very symmetric manner across the around the center, and that will also give you 4 solutions.
Right. So there can be many solutions in that way. Also draw a semicircular, bump in the diagonals or in the bisectors. So many solutions are possible, but it's the same idea, like you're saying. So
yeah. So the kind of solution that you're talking about is this, I'm assuming.
no, I'll just this and this would also be a valid solution.
Yes. Yeah.
Can do that on this also, on the horizontal lines also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. So this will give us the jigsaw puzzle.
Correct. And we can make variations on this shape. So
Yes.
similar to this idea.
Yeah. Okay. So that is one class of solution. There is another class of solution that I want to show. So, yeah. So suppose I have a square. Yeah. And let me pick a point that is 1/8 from this corner and 1/8 from this corner. And I will join these two. Similarly, I will draw another line from 1/8 of this corner and 1/8 of the other side. So now, do you think all these parts, the 4 parts that we get, will they be identical?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So how will we prove something like this? Like it looks like it's identical, but how can
So
we?
when you use Pythagoras theorem,
Ah,
so other two squares will be equal to big square it is. So we can arrange like that. So usually we draw like parallel to like this, and rectangle, that is hypotenuse square. If you draw parallel perpendicular like this, you definitely get a square of this. It is exactly equal to that 2 more areas then.
you
Other
are
two
talking
sides
about
area.
this square. You are talking about this square, which I'm drawing.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay. So from this square, how can we say?
So it is a plus b. I think using a plus b whole square, we can draw that one way. Another
Okay.
one is usually we show that is the movement of the set square or something. We usually draw perpendicular to hypotenuse square like this.
Yeah. So the way we can show it is this. I think Jagdish sir was trying to explain, but let me say it again in my own words. So now, if you have, if you join these parts, you will get a square. All of them will be, all of these line segments will be of same length. So this is a square inside it, and because it's a square, all the 4 parts will be identical. So yeah, let me just color it quickly so that it looks neat. So these 4 parts will be identical. Now, in addition to that, these triangles are all congruent. So
Congruent, yeah.
they all have the same sides, 1/8 or 7/8, and they are all right triangles, and you just showed that the sides are same. So this means this part is also identical. So this part, and this part. So you can say that all the 4 regions that we got in the square, they are all of the same area.
Area, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this actually shows that it's also of the same shape. So all of these are congruent. So now my question is, does this point have to be 1/8 or it could be any point?
It can be any point.
Yeah. So instead of 1/8 here, you could choose any arbitrary point, and as long as all the 4 points are symmetric, you will be able to join these parts, these 2 points, and you will still get 4
identical parts.
congruent parts. So yeah, so here my point is you could choose any point here, and as long as it is symmetric, we can join the diagonally opposite points and we will get 4 identical parts. So this 13 is actually a generalization of 3 and 4. So you have this cross in the middle. If you rotate this cross 45 degrees, you get from 3 you get 4. So it's like these 2 lines, this X mark is like rotating to get this. Now what we are showing is, instead of rotating by 45 degrees, you could rotate by any angle and you will get 4 identical parts.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
open question can be to see if there are even more solutions to divide this.
Yeah, sure. So there are three friends, X, Y, and Z. And they have to like spend the night in a place, and it's very cold. So they need to get some wood, firewood for their fireplace. So what they do is X gets 3 logs, Y gets 5 logs of wood. Now Z is not able to get any log of wood, but what he does is he does some calculation and sees what his share is, and he pays 8 kopecks. So kopecks is the currency there. We can replace it with rupees or bronze coins or gold coins or whatever you want. So now the question is, so he gives us
80 rupees. And
8 rupees. Huh? 80
this is
rupees.
what 80 rupees.
80 rupees, huh? Fine. I just wanted to maintain the Russian payment. Okay. 80 rupees. Okay. Okay, so Russia has become Indian colony and Russia has rupees. So now the question is 80 rupees he gives it to X and Y. The question is how should X and Y share this 80 rupees among themselves? So how should X and Y share this amount among themselves? So along with that square question, you can also give a thought to this. So that's all from here. See you next week.
Okay. Thank you.